children. So let us start the next topic, that is plant and animal tissues. So under plant and animal tissues, first let us see the classification. Okay. Classification. So under classification, let us see first plant classification. Okay. First, all of you open your notebooks and take down this classification. Okay. First, plant classification. Let us see. Then, animal classification. So, first plant classification. If you see, meristematic tissue. And permanent tissue. So under meristematic tissue again, tree, apical meristematic tissue, okay, and lateral meristematic tissue, then intercalary, meristematic tissue. Okay. Again, this permanent tissue is again classified into two types: simple and complex. Okay. Simple tissue and complex tissue. Under this simple tissue and complex tissue, again it is divided into supportive tissue and protective tissue. Okay. Then again this complex tissue is classified into two types. Okay. That is xylem tissue and phloem tissue. Okay. These are the major category we have seen under the plant tissues. Normally, if you see, plant tissue is broadly divided into two types: meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Again, this meristematic tissue is divided into three categories, that is apical meristematic tissue, lateral meristematic tissue, and intercalary meristematic tissue. And this intercalary meristematic tissue is also called as cambium. Okay? Yeah. Again, this meristematic tissue is divided into three categories, and as well as permanent tissue is classified into two categories, that is simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Again, the simple permanent tissue is divided into supportive tissue and protective tissue. Okay, again this complex permanent tissue is divided into two categories, that is xylem tissue and phloem tissue. Okay, this is a major category we can see under the plant tissues. Now let us see, take down all of this classification. Okay, then next one, that is animal tissue. Classification of animal tissue. Okay, now this animal tissue is broadly animal tissues. It's broadly divided into how many categories? You see, four categories: epithelial tissue. Okay. All of you open page number 30 and you can see classification. Next, muscular tissue. Okay. Then connective tissue. Okay. Then after that, nervous tissue. Isn't it? First category is epithelial tissue, muscular tissue, connective tissue, and nervous tissue. Okay, again this epithelial tissue is again divided into, you see, squamous epithelial tissue, cuboidal epithelial tissue, okay, and columnar epithelial tissue, okay, and then ciliated epithelial tissue, okay, and then next one is glandular epithelial tissue, okay. Again, this glandular epithelial tissue, see here, actually if you observe, glandular epithelial tissue is they have actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 categories. Squamous epithelial tissue, cuboidal epithelial tissue, columnar epithelial tissue, ciliated epithelial tissue, and glandular. Okay, and again, this muscular epithelial tissue is again divided into 3 major categories. That is straighted epithelial tissue, unstraighted epithelial tissue, okay, and then muscular tissue, unstraighted muscular tissue, and cardiac tissue, okay. Epithelial tissue, squamous, cuboidal, columnar, ciliated, and glandular epithelial tissue, and muscular epithelial tissue, straight epithelial tissue, unstraighted epithelial tissue, and cardiac tissue. Okay. Again, this connective tissue is divided into proper connective tissue and fluid connective tissue. See, connective tissue, proper connective tissue, and fluid connective tissue. Okay. Again, this proper connective tissue is again divided into loose tissue and dense tissue. Isn't it? Again, this loose connective tissue, areolar tissue, adipose tissue. Adipose. Okay. The next, dense tissue, tendons and ligaments. Again, this is categorized into tendons and ligaments. Okay, and again this fluid connective tissue and here what? Skeletal tissue also. Okay, again this skeletal tissue, bone and cartilage. This fluid connective tissue is again classified into blood and lymph. Blood and lymph. Okay, this is the complete category of animal tissue. Once let me give a brief description about this. Normally, animal tissues are classified into 1, 2, 3, 4 major categories. That the first one is epithelial tissue, second one is muscular tissue, third one is connective tissue, and fourth one is nervous tissue. Again, this epithelial tissue is classified into squamous epithelial tissue, cuboidal epithelial tissue, columnar epithelial tissue, ciliated epithelial tissue, and glandular epithelial tissue. Okay. Again, this muscular tissue is categorized into 3 categories: straighted muscular tissue, unstraighted muscular tissue, and cardiac tissue. Okay. Again, this nervous tissue. Okay. And this connective tissue only connected. This connective tissue is only divided into see here, proper connective tissue, skeletal connective tissue. See this connective tissue. You don't have that. Yeah, this tissue. This connective tissue is again categorized into proper connective tissue, skeletal tissue, and fluid connective tissue. Okay, again this proper connective tissue is categorized into loose tissue, dense tissue. Again this loose connective tissue is divided into areolar tissue, adipose tissue. And dense tissue is again divided into tendons and ligaments. Okay, and then this skeletal tissue is again categorized into bone and cartilage. Fluid tissue is again divided into blood and lymph. This is the total epithelial tissues. And if you see, all of you just open page number 30 and you can see the total classification will be given under this. And again, this description also spondyloepithelial, divided, columnar, ciliated under epithelial tissues. Okay? And the diagrams are very, very important here. So tomorrow you people, what you have to do is diagrams all you have to learn how to draw. Okay? And then if you see muscular connective tissue, okay? You will connect the tissue and see if you open page number 37 and you can see you have the categories. I mean you have some terminologies, key terms related to this lesson. Okay? And actually before you go for this key terms, I will be explaining detailing about each and every tissue. Okay? First of all, first category you have seen plant tissues. All of you open the plant tissues now. First category has decided about plant tissues. So in the first plant tissue is meristematic tissue. Okay? Meristematic tissue. Yeah, this meristematic tissue is present in the growing regions of the plant. Wherever the growth of the plant will be very active, in that region this meristematic tissue will be there. For example, you take root tip and shoot tip. Just if you see plant body, it is broadly divided into two regions. Right? First one is aerial part of the plant. Second one is submerged part of the plant. So aerial part of the plant will be increasing in size by shoot tip, whereas the submerged part of the plant will be increasing by the root tip. This root tip and shoot tips are the active regions of the plant body, isn't it? So here in these active regions only more and more development will be there, right? So meristematic tissues are very actively dividing cells, and broadly if you see this meristematic tissue have been categorized into three: apical, intercalary, okay, and lateral. Okay. What is apical meristematic? Lateral, intercalary meristematic tissue and lateral tissue you have to see. First, apical meristematic tissue is nothing but at the tip of the plant if the growth occurs, then that is called apical meristematic tissue. Here, this apical meristematic tissue, very, very actively dividing cells are present. Then, the intercalary meristematic tissue is present here. This is apical. This is intercalary, whereas this is lateral. Okay? Intercalary meristematic tissue is also known as cambium. Okay? Intercalary meristematic tissue is also known as cambium, and lateral meristematic tissue is present in the lateral sides of the plant body. These lateral sides of the plant body will be increasing thickness of the plant. Thickness of the plant increases because of the presence of lateral meristematic tissue. Okay? These are major categories. Okay? Apical, intercalary, and lateral meristematic tissues. That's all about meristematic tissue. Very simple. Okay? And I think so. For this day, the session will be closed. And for by this topic, this session will be closed. Tomorrow you have to practice this plant classification, animal classification. Learn each and every classification very detailedly and clearly. Okay? And that's all for today's class.